Well, hello everybody. How y'all doing today?
Well, how are you? How are you?
I'm blessed.
Already.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, my name is Regina and I'm a radio host and podcaster. Definitely do a lot more than that, but we ain't gonna go on with that. So we definitely have an amazing artist here today with us. And I have my co-host here with me too as well. So would you like to start off with telling everybody who you are, Mr. Rap Star?
Yes, thank you for having me on the show. I go by the name of Rap Star, aka Hurricane Cam. I'm from Pittsburgh, PA. I'm 34 years old. My birthday was actually last Friday, February 7th.
Happy
Birthday.
birthday,
Thank you.
OG.
Happy
Thank you,
birthday.
thank you, thank you. I don't want to say OG yet. I feel like I haven't acquired enough, to be called an OG. But I definitely have an old style to me. Like I'm 34, but like I should have been born in like the late
70.
70s and the 80s, that era, because I got that era right now. Like when you
Yeah.
see somebody with baggy jeans and Timberland boots, that's me. In the summertime where everybody wearing Nike slides with the flip flops and the socks out and everything, that's not me. I got Timberland boots on or Air Force Ones or something like that. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I got rocking the fur coats out here looking like the male Little Kim, so it's like crazy out here, so I definitely got a different style to me. Like when I first came in, I didn't even know if I wanted to put on the Kangol or not, man. Like I just I
Oh,
just didn't know.
There you go. I
what?
Yo,
That's what made me.
LL Cool J in the house.
Yeah,
Hey,
that,
sure. Go ahead and put it
nah,
on. Everybody knew.
that's why I say OG. I already
yeah,
know
you know what?
you don't reach that pinnacle, parent.
It's
You
Yeah.
done
funny
made
that
it
you
past
it's
20,
it
25, 26. You up there,
I
bro.
feel you. I feel you
I'm
on
gonna
that.
tell
I
you that right
definitely
now.
feel you on that. It's crazy though, because at my job, that's what a lot of people call me, LL Cool J. They see the chains, they see, the big ropes and everything like that.
Look
They see
at
that.
it.
And there I go. And I
It's
go, I put the
Uh-oh.
LL Cool
Uh-oh.
J,
Uh-oh.
Cool J,
Uh-oh.
Cool
yeah.
J.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like,
Yes.
like it's
Yes.
crazy. Like I got a customer that come up to me, he be like, "What up, LL?" I'll be like, "Yo, what's up?" It'd be funny as hell, yo. I got people, I got guys that are like in their 50s, early 60s coming at me, and it was like, "Yo, you look like me when I was your age, son.
That's
Like that is
there you go.
crazy."
There you
Like,
Yeah.
go.
no, that's me.
There you
Like,
go.
yeah.
But
I
that's
like
that's like an intro. That's an introduction to myself. What type of artist that I am. I'm a '90s baby. I was born in '91. I got it right on my charm, '90s baby. That is
Okay.
actually also the album. My first official album that I'm working on right now is also called '90s Baby. And there's a single that I have from the actual album that I have a song called 90s Baby, and it's one of the singles off of that. So that's the type of first impression I want to get people to be like, yo, if you love the era of the 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s, that's what I'm spitting. But you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to go back to see that. I'm living fresh in the flesh, in the proof, man. Like it's 2005 and I'm still, rocking it, how I'm rocking it, because I just want to tell people that real hip hop do exist, and that's just what it is. If you want to look for real hip hop, it's around. You're just gonna have to look for
right. That part. Well, we got LL Cool J. No, just playing.
it.
Hey.
Hey, they're gonna be like, did you have LL Cool J on your show?
Hey,
Like,
he
no,
on.
Yo,
He
right.
yo,
on.
you just don't understand. He's literally one of my top favorite, like the top
Yes.
rappers, like the top rappers that I actually say, like, okay, if there's five rappers that I could say that is the reason why I am what I am as far as like an artist, he's one
Hmm.
of them. So it goes to a list of Number one, Eminem
Mm-hmm.
is the reason why I'm the artist the way I am.
Mm-hmm.
50 Cent slash the G Unit is another reason, a big reason, the way how I am. Number
Okay.
three, LL Cool J.
Mm-hmm.
Number four, DMX.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
And number five, Little Kim.
Okay.
I know.
Very.
Your flow has to be stupid.
Yo,
It,
it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy.
mhm.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep.
You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then the crazy thing is I mix it up with a little Spanish because I got a little Puerto Rican in me, so I switch it
Uh-oh.
up because I make music for the people. So like my song Power to My People, that is a song that is an anthem between the black, the brown, and the indigenous people of the Americas. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make records that just aren't classics but anthems. You know what I'm saying? So that's the direction that I'm going. I speak a little Spanish in that one too. There's other records that I spoken, rapped in Spanish. Like shout out to King Peter Hustler. He's an artist, a phenomenal artist from the West Coast, from Seattle, Washington. Me and him, we got a couple records. I've been on a couple of his albums, and one of the songs that we had is called Henguando, and
Okay.
it has me. He's speaking all Spanish. He's rapping all Spanish. Then on the feature track, it also have Original Fire Mexican. Shout out to him. He's rapping in English, and then you got me on the last song.
What?
I'm rapping in Spanglish. You know what I'm saying?
What?
So yeah,
Period.
yeah,
That's
Versatile. That's what I'm talking
what?
about. Versatile.
yeah.
Ah,
Whoa.
it's
hmm
versatile.
Whoa.
So you definitely
hmm
got Puerto Rican. You got some Latin in you. Ow.
See, I don't like to say Latin because what people also don't know is that I'm also a historian. I got a bachelor's in history. So my
What?
special I got a bachelor's in history. So I specialize in African American, Latino, and Native American history because I was
Okay.
intrigued because I'm mixed with all things, or all the nations that I said. And the thing about it is the term Latin, if you really want to break it down, the term Latin means it comes from Italy. The real Latinos come from Italy. All the
Mhm.
other languages that was like the offspring of it, like Spanish, Portuguese,
Mhm.
the old Italian, I mean the new Italian, and French, and all of those Latin languages are offsprings of the Latin language, which the Latin language came from Italy. So when you have people who are quote unquote Latinos here in America, we do not fit that description. We are Native Americans first and Africans first, and we was colonized by those Latin countries. You know what I'm saying? So I tell
Okay.
people, I
Mhm.
said there's a difference between. I don't like to say Latino because if you go to Italy over there, like I seen a video, there was somebody who asked somebody who was Italian. They asked them straight from Italy, and they was like, "Are you Latino?" They said no,
Mm.
but Latino comes from them. They are the real
Mhm.
Latino. They don't want to associate with the Latino culture. They'll just say they're white. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So there's a difference between ethnicity and race and race. And actually, like the whole term of race is not even, it doesn't even exist. It's just something that people actually put together to establish some type of status and some type of hierarchy between human beings and everything. Before European scientists actually came up with the actual term race, people didn't identify with race. It's like when people say, well, black people sold each other for black people, during slavery. I said that's not
Mhm.
true because black people, there's like what 56 countries in Africa, and there's thousands of different
Mhm.
nations and sub nations, and they all believe in different things. So when you say there's a difference between somebody from Britain, and then there's somebody from Spain, and there's somebody from France, and somebody from Portugal, so you mean to tell me there's all these different nations in Europe, but when you speak of Africa, you lump everybody together. That's a European concept. So
Yeah.
I said you got to break it down. Not everybody in Africa looked at each other as one another. If you was from Cameroon, you was from Cameroon. Just because you seen somebody from the Zulu nation, that doesn't mean, oh, you the same skin color as me. That means we the same. They didn't think like that. So
Mhm.
that's a European mentality by lumping everybody together. But it's like, but you know what? There's a difference between slavery in Africa and slavery from the Middle East passages. We talking about the worst slavery, the worst form of slavery, and that was chattel slavery. I said that was not only something that happened on the West Coast. I did a thesis paper on this,
Mm.
and I did a thesis paper on the disconnection between African Americans and Africans. And I interviewed Africans, and like I had African professors. And I remember somebody told me, one of my African professors, he told me, he said, African Americans, the quote unquote African Americans, are more African than Africans because being that the history of Africa been stripped away from the Africans here in the United States, we don't really know our culture, so we grasping, for info to know where our roots are. To where when you go to Africa, Africa been colonized so many times that they're trying to become more European or become more American. They're not even trying to like follow their, ancestors' footsteps. I went to so many different people in Africa, not so many, but I went to a few people in Africa. I said, before Christianity, what did your ancestors practice? They couldn't even tell me.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
So
and
it's
that's
like,
Whoa.
true. That's true.
Mama,
That's
mama said, yep.
it.
Mama listen to the shit. Mama said, yep. And she knows she in the background listening.
appreciate
Yeah.
you, mama.
That's why I call you OG, man. I'm right. I know what's up. Mama said, preach. Hey,
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely true, and that's
damn.
why we have to like put it out there too as well. Of
Dang.
being who we are and where we come from. That's why I said a couple weeks ago, like we really don't know where we come from.
Mm-mm.
And you know what? It's not really hard
Hey.
because I tell people, I said, there's no such thing as like African American. Like I tell people, there's a like when people like to separate us, like there's a whole different thing about
It's a human
who created
being.
hip
That's
hop.
all it is. Yeah,
Like
it's a human.
Right.
people don't know the history. Like I tell people, I said, okay, so you mean to tell me that a person who's black in America is different from a black person in Puerto Rico? I said, let me break down the history. So I said, check this out. The people who actually started the North Atlantic slave trade was the Portuguese. Followed by that was the Spain. So I say, so the North Atlantic slave trade, which started the migration, was actually 300 years before America was even thought of or actually was even formed. So
Damn.
African slavery been going on 300 years before United States was actually formed. So imagine some Spanish conquistadores coming over to West Africa, right?
Mm.
West Africa, they go and they take African captives. They bring them along and they drop them off, let's say in Cuba. And they keep doing that and they keep doing that and they keep doing that until they got their independence and slavery was abolished over there because there was Latin American countries that abolished African slavery before the United States did.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only because the United States is a fairly new country for real, for real. So um so
Wow.
you got that. So imagine 300 years forward
Mm.
and you got the English coming and now they're transporting slaves or African captives from the same place that Spain took those Africans. They came over to that same place 300 years like after and captured the same people in that region. They
That's true.
came, boom, drop them off in Cuba. Some of them stayed in Cuba. Some of them got resold to Virginia. Boom.
Mhm.
Now
Yeah.
you go and you take it 300 years later and you telling me that my ancestors is not the same ancestors that reside in Puerto Rico, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica,
Mm.
Mhm.
Panama,
Mm.
Costa Rica, Mexico. Black people
Mhm.
everywhere, son.
Yeah.
So so I'm like, yo, like even before colonialism, like, okay, so when I was in college, I did some genealogy and like my father's father is Seminole Native American. He's half Seminole Native American. So my father and all my aunts and uncles are the first generation to be born here in Pittsburgh, PA, because my father's father, my grandfather, was born in Florida in the Seminole Reservation. So when I did research
Mm,
of the Seminole Native Americans, if you know, the Seminoles are the only Native Americans that did not um, lose to the United States in the colony, like in the colonies. They're actually one
mm,
of the ones that have not been conquered. So
Yeah.
when I did research on them even more, that's when I found out that they are also the same Native Americans that reside in Puerto Rico, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica,
mm,
the Taino slash Arawak Nation. And I've
Mhm.
seen this right on the Seminole Native American website, so I'm doing
mm,
history as I go. So when it comes to my music, I want to teach people the same amount of information that you would get when you would go for an associate's or a bachelor's, or even if you want to go even beyond further for graduate school. I want you to have the same amount of knowledge listening to my music if you was actually going for what you was going for. And that's the type of time I'm on.
I like that. That's a story, and I have seen a documentary of Puerto Rican and Mexico and all them Dominican Republic and everything. That African was 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 located there too as well. They
Hmm.
was deported over there, and definitely that's how we all came together as human race, definitely,
Hmm.
mm.
because we all mix with something. You never know what we're mixed with unless you
Yeah, you
go.
you never know. That's why I say when somebody asks me what's an African American, I'll be like, well, the quote unquote term for an African American in today's contemporary time, because we weren't always African Americans. We was Negroes, we was niggas, we was blacks, we was Afro Americans, we was coons, we was all kinds of stuff that we
Yeah.
wasn't actually named with. So the term African American, it's like the term black, for example, right? So if you take the term black, people like to just focus on and say Black America, Africans that was born in the United States. Actually, that's actually a term that actually is for people with African ancestry. So when I was in third grade, I had I went to Catholic school half my life, so that's why
Mm.
like a lot of that kind of resonates me. Like even today when I write in cursive. I don't write in print.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Wow.
Your stuff,
yeah.
man. Talk it. Hey,
No,
you
you
know.
Dang.
you don't under you don't understand. You'll understand. I was real popular with the
Oh,
ladies in high school because I had that penmanship, and if they didn't want to swim during
whoa.
swim class, they'd be like, "Yo, Cam,
Whoa.
can you? I don't want to swim today. Can you write a little letter? Acting like my parents. I got you, man. Boom, there you go. Enjoy your break. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but
Damn.
And
but like,
OG.
that's very
Can I call you
important.
OG, please? Shoot.
That's very
Dang,
important.
bro.
Like all these
Let me
people
see.
learn that as being an artist too, and you
What?
traveling and you touring, and it's good to know about every culture that it is because
Mhm,
you just don't know what you're gonna be coming into as well as going as being who we are. You know what I mean, and
Mm-hmm.
being discriminated against with a lot of cultures. So it's
right.
good to know, your history and their history too as well. So when you do tour, you know where you stand at. You know what I mean? You don't want to be doing too much. You don't want to
and
be
that's
doing
and
too
that's and that's and that's perfect because I think as Americans, I'm not even just saying certain Americans, but I'm taking Americans. I think that sometimes Americans, we are so much of American that we don't understand sometimes when we go to a different place, that even when we go to a different place we are their guest, and we have
yeah.
to abide by certain things and certain rules. And because we were like, well, I got my rights. Well, you lost your rights when you sailed across the sea. and landed here.
That
Like
part.
this ain't America. It's
Yeah.
not where you from. It's where you at. So
Mm-hmm.
Right.
people just gotta educate themselves so they won't get in trouble.
Yeah. And that
Mm.
and that's I love that you have that knowledge in you, and it's a
I
lot
know
of us
that's it.
that do that. And I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't know myself that Latino was Puerto Rican, and I didn't know they was Native American. Definitely. So
Yes, yeah.
it's
So
good.
like I tell this to everybody. So I'm like, because like some people, I guess it's the region where you're from. Okay, if you are from a region like Pittsburgh here, we don't have a Latino population, right, at all. So there's black people. They'll look at somebody Spanish and they'll be like, oh, they'll say either Spanish people or they're all
Mm-hmm.
Mexican. You could be Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican. They're like, oh, Mexican. Well, no, they're not Mexican. Or they'll make silly jokes that everybody make. Saying that Cubans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans are niggas that can swim. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it be stuff like that. So
Yeah.
but people just don't know the culture. So it's like certain things, like when you learn the words like in Spanish. So there's certain words like in Spanish it could be the same words, but because they're from a different country they might like mean differently. So
Right.
if you ever been to New York, if you ever been to Philly, if you ever been to Jersey, you know what a bodega is, right?
Yeah.
No. No.
Hey,
Okay,
I
you
you,
you don't know what a bodega is?
no. What is about that? It sounds funny, but I don't know.
I'm gonna
A
keep my mouth
bodega.
closed. Hey,
A
something.
bodega is like when you go to the New York Strip and everything like that, and they got that store right in the front, and it
Uh-huh.
sells everything. You got Poppy up in there, selling everything. Like you can, like they got everything. Like it's a mini mall and a strip mall, like right in the middle, and everything like that. So it's like,
Bodega.
yo, so that's a bodega. If you ever been to New York, if you ever been to Jersey, Philly, anywhere in the East Coast, you can go to a bodega. Whatever food that you get is going to be fire. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
In Mexico, a bodega means a tool shed.
She said a hoe.
Well, not a hoe. It means
He said, what my pajama at? Yeah.
nah, nah, nah,
I'm over there talking.
No.
I'm over there talking.
nah.
Like,
You know.
No, you're close. You're close. It's a tool shed, but certain words, when you say certain things, even when you go to England, like things in English,
hmm
the
Mm-hmm.
things that we say here in the United States is not the same meaning when we go over to the UK.
okay.
Even when you go
Right.
to the East Coast, and certain things that you might say down south that you probably wouldn't understand what's going on. Like me, I'm from Pittsburgh, right? We do not say soda, we say pop.
Right.
All right.
Right.
The only soda we know is baking soda,
Soda.
club soda, you know,
Yeah.
soda if soda if you in the pot, cooking whatever and everything like that. We don't know anything about soda. When you say soda, I'll even put an extra one. Orange soda, because I'm a 90s baby and I used to watch Kanan and Kel, and that was the only soda that I accept that was soda, but it was really pop. You know what I'm saying to me? So, we say pop. Other regions, they say soda. Other regions, they say soda pop. It's just we all talking about the same things, but they mean different things. It means, it's just the way how you say them sometimes. So, I try to bridge that gap between the black and brown and indigenous people of Americas, because we are the same, we all the same people. We all go through the same stresses, especially in today's bullshit ass climate in the political state we in now. I just want to keep everybody's mind head up, return the knowledge so them it can continue on for the next 4 years unscathed.
Yeah. So who are you? Who is your biggest musical and inspiration, and how have that shaped your sound?
It would have to. It would. I would have to say, like I said, the top five. Eminem. I'll go briefly by each one. Eminem is the actual reason why I actually wanted to rap. So I was around music all my life. Like my mom actually worked at a radio station. Two radio
Damn.
stations like that. And not only she worked in two radio stations, she was in publication. She used to work for WQED. If you don't know what WQED is, that is the station that brought you Mr. Rogers. You know what I'm saying? Actually, Mr. Rogers was actually his the company where they shot. Mr. Rogers is actually in my city, Pittsburgh. That's where it's actually shot at. So when you're watching Mr. Rogers, that whole city, that's Pittsburgh right there.
Okay.
We used to have Charlies back in the day, not so much anymore. We don't have them anymore, but back in the day, like the 30s and the 40s and everything, they had the Charlies out. The actual trolley that goes by, we had Charlies out. So
Mm,
I was always around music, and that's why I have so much of a respect for people, like yourselves, the podcasters, the radio people. I come from that. So one day I was watching TV and I seen Eminem on, and it was the first time me seeing Eminem, and it was the video where they had it was called Blue and Yellow Purple Pills, and it was
mm,
on Carson Daly on TRL, and I was intrigued. Ever since then, I was an Eminem fan. Shortly after,
Mhm.
shortly after Eminem signed 50 Cent to Shady Aftermath and the Scope Records. And that was a point where I was like, this is actually what I want to do for real, for real. So Eminem is the reason why I started, and 50 and G Unit is the reason why I began. And I started teaching myself how to write in song formats like a 16 bar. So I used to go after school, go to the record place and buy mixtapes, $5 mixtapes. Some of them were like G Unit mixtapes. Some of them were like the instrumental mixtapes, the
mm,
K Slay mixtapes. If you remember K Slay, DJ Clue, DJ Envy, the Street Wars mixtapes, all of that in the early 2000s that really dominated, the black culture at that time, and music was the mixtapes. You would listen to the mixtape to see who the
Mhm.
hottest artist was. And when you did that, there's people that you heard on the K Slay mixtape that you be like, damn, Pat
mhm,
Poose. Pat Poose was one of the ones that I heard on the DJ K Slay mixtape back in the day, and now look at him. You know what I'm saying? So um, at that time, I was constructing rhymes and trying to do a song format. So from listening to 50 Cent G Unit instrumentals, Dr. Dre instrumentals, Eminem instrumentals, Timberland instrumentals, that's how I said, okay, I'm gonna write 16 bars. They stopped rapping here, they started rapping here, they started the chorus here, and I just started calculating, and that's how I started writing the rhymes and everything. Um, DMX influenced me from certain deliveries that I have, and the energy and the feeling that I want to invoke on the people to get a rise out of them. LL Cool J, he influenced me by the style of my clothes. The sexiness, if you will. The definition of the hip hop artist, because like LL Cool J is the epitome of the first time when you actually saw a hip hop star. You know,
mm.
that's the epitome of that. Like you never got a rapper that had the image like that before LL Cool J. Growing up, I had my uncle Art. Shout out to my uncle Mark. He would randomly say when we be watching music videos and everything, and he would randomly say LL is the baddest. He's the greatest of all time. Before Drake was even talking about the GOAT, LL Cool J had an album called The Greatest of All Times, which played back to back to back in my dad's ride. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I grew up on LL. The cockiness. Um the part where the bar scheme, the rhyme scheme. The ones that get it fall in your face. The mama gonna knock you out energy. I want when people listen to my music, that's what I want them to feel, is that real classic hip hop. Spinning on a cardboard box type energy. You know what I'm saying? And last but not least, Little Kim. I don't know, there's not too many hip hop artists, male hip hop artists, that would say that they would be influenced by a woman, but Little Kim is definitely one of my biggest, influences. I always love Kim. The fashion, of course, aside from the music, that's why like the way how I dress, I'm flashy with it, with the fur coats and everything. You know, I got all of Kim's albums, like even the mixtapes. Like she was like a real big figure when growing up with me. I was also writing rhymes too. So those
Yeah.
five right there, and I also got a chance to meet DMX too.
Oh, that's even better.
Hmm.
So, and that's how you shaped your sound and all the music that you have made.
Right. It's me. Like I said, I call myself a '90s baby because I was born in the '90s, so I carry that G mentality because I'm like looking at it and I'm like, well, I'm a man that was raised by a man. You know what I'm saying? I was raised by a man who gave me the culture in hip hop. And the culture of hip hop at that time showed you elements of how to be a man and also how to be a woman if you was a woman. You know what I'm saying? They gave you certain tips. Like it's crazy when you listen to radio right now and it's oversaturated with sex. But back in the '80s, or excuse me, back in the early '90s, you had Janet Jackson. Let's wait a while.
Yeah. And
You
if you
know,
listen to the music back in the day, they was sexually talking about stuff like that too as well. They just said
and
it
and and
in a
and
different
it
tone
was,
and
it
in a
was.
different instrumental. So definitely I have went back and I have listened to the old school music. And when you listen to their words, it's like, oh my God, I did not know that I was really singing that and I was dancing to that and
And
they was
see,
definitely sexually active back then.
and
Like
that
the
was and see
yeah.
that was the beauty of it because you can find any. You can even go back even further than that. Like one of my favorite songs, I forgot what the song is called. No, I forgot who is by, but the song is called "Don't Love Won't Let Me Wait." The
Yeah.
love won't. Yo, in the middle of the song, the woman's having an orgasm in the background, son. Like I was like, yo,
For real.
like even back then, like I was like, yo, you always like come on, son. Like you can even go back further than that with Ray Charles when he in the movie Ray when he was like, hey man, well, won't you give one of those old Johnny girls? And he was like, what you talking about? He's like, I know what he talking about. She goes, oh Johnny, and that's they was always carrying that
Mhm.
through music and everything, but I think the different time period is that this time period is so raw that
Yeah.
there's no limit to as you can get away with it as long as it's popular, sing songy and everything like that. Back
Mhm.
then you had to play on words. You had to be a lyricist. You had to express your point, but not to the point where exactly like you can't say that on the radio, man. Like,
Yeah.
yo, wet ass pussy, are you kidding me?
Right.
20
Yeah.
years later, yeah. My leading single's called WAP. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The time period has changed. And
Yeah.
then but I think that also weakens the artist because you can say whatever you want to say, but as lyricists, as people who write rhymes, we like to say stuff that's clever. We don't really want to say exactly what's on our minds. We want to say exactly what it's on our minds, but to get you to be like, oh yeah, okay, I know exactly what he's saying because not
Yeah.
everybody need to know what we're saying. We're
Right.
telling everybody what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the first album that that really impacted you?
The 8 Mile soundtrack.
April. And that was made by Eminem.
That was Eminem. The movie was also a big part. Like I was B Rabbit. Like I was the one. Like I was going to school in the back of the school bus writing rhymes. Listening to my headphones, writing rhymes in the back and everything. Writing rhymes in school, battling people in the school. Like that time period, 2002 2003 was really that little time period where I actually wanted to know. I was like, you know what, this is actually what I want to do. I want to become a hip hop artist. I was like 12, 13 around that time. So me, that was the first album that I bought for myself was the 8 Mile soundtrack.
Okay, cool. Did you play any instruments growing up, and how did that influence your music?
I did play instant music. It didn't do shit to my music. I didn't stick long enough. I didn't stick long enough. I had a saxophone. I had the saxophone. Then after that, I had the snare drum, and I got tired of it. I was a small kid, and I had to carry a snare drum that was twice the size of me from an after school program place to the Boys and Girls Club, and I didn't want to do all that. Who wants to do that at 7, 8, 9 years old? Doing that. But one thing that I will say is that as time went on, I have a good ear for music and the type of music and the type of sound that I like. I don't produce no music, but I actually been into the studio where I'm actually constructing, a beat without even knowing a note or anything. Be like, okay, just put that here, and I want you to be like, put a violin behind it. It's like I'm like some kind of musical savant. I don't know the notes, but I can tell you where the notes should be at.
Right. So, can you walk us through your typical songwriting process?
It depends. It depends. It depends on if I already have a pre notion of what I'm like trying to write, or I'm trying to fit to something or anything. So I'll just take it basic to where I know exactly where the direction I'm going. So if I know the direction that I'm going, usually I'm not really leaning towards anything. It's just a feeling that I have. So, for example, I have a new song coming out by the end of this month. I'm trying to, and it's called "Happy Birthday Hip Hop," and it is an anthem, of course, and it's a dedication to hip hop. Hip hop been in existence 50, almost 51 years now, and yeah,
It'll be
yeah,
50 years. 50
hmm and its birthday is August 11th. So I haven't really heard too many. I heard, I heard like hip hop anthems and hip hop songs and hip hop parade and everything, all of these hip hop, classic hip hop songs that you like, but not too many people actually, been rapping about the birth or the shout out to happy birthday on the hip hop. So, um, my homie Sonny Brasco, who is one of my engineers on my album. Shout out to him, Brasco Waves. One day we was kicking it, and he's letting me listen to his beats and everything. So we going by, I'm scrolling, and he's scrolling, and he's playing beats, and I heard this beat, and the beat was ill. Like it was a feeling like I was like, whoa, this has a potential to be something. So because I liked it that much, I paid him for the beat. And it took me over a year to actually write the record. And because of that was because I was dealing with so many other things as far as like writing. Like I'm going back into my back catalog that I've been having that I'm actually putting out. So I'm not really creating new like material, but grabbing some of my old material and bringing them out so and to present them as new records. So I'm dealing with that aspect. So when I actually had the time and the energy and the space to actually create the record, I focused and it just started flowing. I got what I had to say, got my point out, the bars I wanted to do it, played it a few times. I'm going back and forth and everything. And, I got a couple blunts lined on deck, son. So it's nothing. So I'm like, I'm going. So, the pen and pad hit that paper. There's no greater feeling when you have that pen and pad and you just flowing, you saying all of the right things at the right time, and you comparing them. And like to me, sometimes I might even write 3 or 4 verses to one song, and they all could be like different like topics. And I go and I say, okay, I like this one where I go. This one has a good direction. This one has a nice flow to it. This one I'm spitting bars, but this one I'm spitting truth in it. And it just depends on what way I want to go and present the record to. So when I'm in that pocket, I go and I write it down, and then I take it back to where it's like again I went to Catholic school, so I have like a rough draft. Then I
Mhm.
go revise that. That's my revised copy. And then my final is in a notebook that I keep all my, records in that I finalize and I'm about to go and record them and everything. And that's where I keep that. So that's the process of like just me actually vibing with a beat and actually writing it down right then and there and me, scoring with it.
Amazing. So, do you usually like with your lyrics, or do you do melody first?
It depends. So if I'm listening to a beat and the melody is a stronger element within the beat, then I'll go because is attracting to me. So because I'm attracted to it, I have to attack it. So because I have to attack it, then I'm like, okay, if I get this over, that could set the tone for the record. The chorus set the tone for the record. You know what I'm saying? I could go in and out and do punchlines all day for the next 16 and be like, this is a verse, this is a verse, this is a verse, this is a verse. But if I don't have no direct version and if I don't have the chorus is one of the most important part when you have that song. Because that's the song that people's going to actually, bob their head to. Not saying the verse is not important, the verses is important just as well. But when you look at, when it comes to marketing is concerned, people remember the hook first. So I go and I do, and once I do the hook, it's easy, son. Then I could be like, okay, the hook is crazy. Now I can do whatever the fuck I want to now. Now I can, oh man, flip it with the melodies if I want. I can go and do a punchline here. I could, do a quadruple double punchline meaning over here, rhyme scale here. Like it's easy street after
I
Right.
totally agree. I totally agree.
that.
And yeah, yes, sir. Once you get that hook, everything else gravy.
Uh
You
So
can pour that gravy on top of that.
yes.
huh.
Last not least, last question for me, and then I give it to my co-host. What was the story behind your latest single that you put out?
Political statement. It was something that I wanted to put out currently because even though I'm a historian, I want to keep up with the current events, and I just wanted to basically poke a little fun of everything that's going on politically. Like I'm not really like later on down the line, I'm really gonna put out a record that's actually gonna shake some shit, lyrically, what I have to say about the American government for both sides and everything. But this was just me just punchlining and using politics and using a political campaign and the political votes that was going on, and I just wanted to use that as a momentum to sharpen my lyrical skills. So I used that as the background. I was actually supposed to release it during election time, but when I did it, so many other artists was recording music with the same damn title, so my music license put a hold on it until they cleared everybody out. Like it was crazy.
Right. Well, thank you for answering my questions. You're very knowledgeable, and I like that. We need more artists like that too, as well. So, I mean, and they probably are. It's just they just in their own little inner. But
Yeah,
thank
some
you.
people won't. Some people won't allow them to do that because they might, it's like there's like people who do promotions and they say, well, if you're an artist, you got to target the kids. And it's like, well, I'm 34. What can I say that's going to get somebody who's 15's attention? I'm only talking about myself. If the 15-year-old just happen to pick it up and like it, so be it. But I'm not trying to be Mr. Rogers. So what's going on with you?
Yeah, sure that you can definitely make a difference with your
I'm trying
music
to. I'm
for
trying to.
children, definitely.
Hmm.
what we say in our music, the stories that we tell. That's like being motivational, inspirational, motivate them to do the right things. Just because you're in the music industry doesn't mean that you have to be hood, you have to be thug, you have to go
Right.
out, kill,
Mhm.
steal, and do all unnecessaries to others to harm
Mhm.
them just because to get what you want in life too as well.
And you
So
know what the crazy thing is, all of those things that you said, those are things that happen to you in real life, not because you press play. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You become a thug not because of your favorite artist. You become a thug because of the certain circumstances that you've been set up with. You know, during life, or some of the decisions you have made, or because of some type of trauma in your life, you turned out that way. And I think that's what sometimes people they get too much influenced by the music and
yeah,
not understanding that this is real life stuff out here. You don't have to be an asshole if you don't want to, just because your favorite rapper's an asshole. Like, and he might even not even be an asshole in person. He might be a nice guy, but he told you to be an asshole on the record, so now you acting like an asshole.
and that's that part. And I say music is cool. Music is cool because it's teaching a lot of us a lot of things that that we should know, but and shouldn't know as
Hmm.
well. So I definitely know music is a school. Um,
Hmm.
because we are teaching and we are giving them some knowledge that's what's out there in the world too, as well as we telling our story in the music. So
Hmm.
yeah. All right, co-host, go ahead with your questions. I apologize. I know it's just
Let
we
me
have
tell
to
you.
ask
Let
questions
me tell
because I
you
feel
something,
like
Queen. Let me tell you something, Queen. You have the red carpet at any time you want it. Cause I wouldn't even be on here if it wasn't for you. But OG, I'm gonna call you OG because you got a old soul, but you young,
Yeah,
and you about that
I get that.
action. But let
Yeah,
me
I
give my
got that.
introduction to you. It's your
Okay.
boy, Mr. P.I. double L to the Z from the CPGA. Doughboy already, the one and only Mr. Pillsbury Doughboy. And I'm about that action too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But
Yo,
yeah,
yo,
bro.
yo, you
Hey.
said pills. Yo, you said Pillsbury. Yo, now you make me want to get a cinnamon roll, man. God damn it, man. What the fuck, man?
oh my gosh,
I
oh
want
my
a cinnamon roll, yo. Like,
Hey,
yo,
cool. From
uh,
the ATL OG, you know what I'm
yo,
talking about? Hey man, the Regina, she hit it all on the head, and what you said, bro. Ain't too many more questions to ask. All I can ask you is how much them features are.
I don't charge for features, man.
Mm.
I don't charge for features. I feel like this. We are independent artists. You know what I'm saying? We get our money when we do it legally. When we go and put our shit in through BMI, ASCAP, and all of that shit. That's how we make money. You know. Why am I
Yeah.
going to charge somebody and like I'm struggling just like you struggling? We trying to make it just like I'm trying to make it. Why would I need to charge you? Like, nah, we in this shit together, son. So nah, if you dope and you feel that I'm dope and you feel like we can actually make some beautiful music together and uplift the
Yeah.
people and everything like that, then yo, I'm down for that shit. Let's start a motherfucking movement. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I love
That's what's up.
definitely.
Definitely.
We're gonna start one right now. So
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
definitely
There you
about to
go. Uh-oh.
collaborate with everybody. Okay, no, for real, because that was the
Hey.
next question that I wanted to ask too. It, is it possibility that you can collaborate with different artists out there too as well and producers too as well because they probably have their own little thing going on too as well as you do. So I like to put all you guys together and y'all make
Mhm.
something. beautiful for for the males out here is to be inspirational
Hmm.
and motivate them to look ahead of good things in the future. Definitely we need to start putting our foot down and get in this, reunite with each other and see what
Right.
everybody knowledge coming from, the talents coming from. Cause y'all all got it. And I feel like y'all all can, just like they do in gospel or R&B,
Mm-hmm.
like you got a group full of people, just like if you're ciphering or whatever you're gonna do out here, like if you're touring together too, or you opening up for somebody, y'all can
Mm.
open up for each other, and yeah, it's just a
Oh,
lot of
that.
things can be
Yeah,
different.
because like you like I like when I meet another artist, like I I'll look at pictures and I'll see pictures of LL Cool J with Queen Latifah. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'll see, I just seen a picture that really was like I like that picture a lot. It was a picture with LL no, it was a picture with Queen Latifah with the Lady of Rage.
Yes,
Mm.
yes, and
Do
they
Mm.
and
you
they yes, I just
Whoa.
posted something about that too. Ray, she looked amazing with Queen Latifah. It was definitely some historical women
Mm.
in the together.
do you know how explosive that record was if they did a record?
That
Yes,
would be a
Oh my god.
ooh wee.
yes,
That would be
it'd
ooh.
be great. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
definitely.
You,
All all the people that I have came and crossed with that are amazing artists. Y'all all are amazing. I definitely can say y'all all are amazing. I'm not gonna judge mental either one of y'all because y'all all have it. And I feel like y'all can put something together and make something happen.
It's
but
And
it's just like that's what I'm saying. So you got pictures where different rappers are taking and they're legit friends. Like they're homies. They're
mhm.
like, that's what I want to feel with other artists, be like that friendship, because like I said,
Right.
all of us is coming up into the game, we the next Jay-Z's, we the next Nas's, we the next 50s, we the next Jazz, we the next Angie Martinez, if you were a radio podcast person, these are things that are setting precedents. So we all gotta support each other because we on the same stage. You know what I'm saying? And there's money out there to be made, kid. So like, let's get the
But
money.
yeah.
OG, we already know everybody can't ride.
Oh no, no doubt, no doubt. You gotta definitely pull
You
your
know,
own weight. You definitely gotta pull
everybody
your own
can't
weight.
ride.
But when it goes to like what I'm saying is when you have people who are legends, they all put in their own lanes. They all put in something. They all did something for hip hop. And the fact
Mm-hmm.
No,
that these people that I grew up listening to, they're best
no.
friends. Like how, like seriously, my favorite rapper is Eminem. How do you feel when I watch a video and my second favorite rapper, 50 Cent, is saying Eminem is my best friend? Eminem, I treat Eminem like I treat my grandmother because he put me in a position where nobody else would believe in me, and he put me in a position to where I am now. I
It,
cannot, you know, something
it,
like that. Or when you speak on Swiss Beats, talking about DMX and everything like that. Like these people
no,
had
no.
close bonds, and they made great music together. These people
Mm-hmm.
who put in work in the industry and in the game together, but they
But
still genuinely friends.
I'm strictly speaking on. I feel you on that. I'm speaking on the ones that want to ride your coattail. The friends. You feel me? The ones that know you got that motion going on. Hey, bro. Hey,
See,
cool. Let
see the
me.
thing the thing about that is like me, I don't really have friends like that because we like my friends, we all have different interests. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? We all have different interests. So I have a homie, we've been friends for 13 years, right? We
Mm-hmm.
could not see each other for a year, and when we see each other, it would be just like it was back in the day when we used to kick it and everything like that.
Yeah.
All of my friends, they got bullshit going on. They got lives of their own. The niggas that be riding your coattails don't got no lives of their own, so they feeding
Okay.
off of you. I don't have no friends like that. You know what
Right
I'm
on.
saying? So
That's
so
right.
like me, I'm just like,
That's
yo,
true.
if you gotta also understand. Like I used to have friends like that. I used to have friends because I have a leadership quality. And because I have a leadership quality, I wanted to have like I said, when I started rapping early on, I had a rap group. And my rap group was modeled after, 50 Cent in the G Unit. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
me, I'm the only boy in my family. I have two sisters, one who's older than me and one who's younger than me. I never had a brother. So I
Mhm.
always wanted that like that brotherhood and everything like that.
Mhm.
So when I wanted to have a rap group, I saw how G Unit was. I saw how D Block was. I saw how Dipset was. I saw how the Wu Tang was.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I wanted to be in the front and actually guide people to the right places, because the thing about it is I had a rap group, but out of everybody who was in my rap group, I'm the only one rapping.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? So your
Mhm.
passion might not be that person's passion. Your
Mhm.
passion to rap, while your other man, he can't get off the bullshit that he's on, so he's going to jail every other summer. Or my man over
Mm-hmm.
here, he's not into rap and all like that because he's trying to go get his education. He's trying to go do something else. People have different, paths in lives. But those people who latch on and everything, they leeches. Leeches don't have lives of their own. They suck the life out of others'
They
life.
Damn.
definitely do.
Damn.
And you definitely have to watch and you definitely have to listen
Hmm.
because people just come to your inner just want to just because they feel like they can and try to
Right.
distract you and stuff. But definitely, just keep your eyes and ears open because there's people out there definitely like that. And
I always try to think of it like this. If you're writing a book about yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all the major elements from the beginning to end, I tell people, do you really want that other person to have a chapter in your book if you don't really give a fuck about them?
right.
Damn.
Are you really gonna allow this person that really don't mean that much to you ruin your day or ruin your life so much that if somebody wrote a book, they would be having a chapter or even a paragraph in it?
I
Do
don't
you
think
really
that's
care about this person for you to actually say, what, I want you to have a chapter in my book? If you don't, get away from that person. Quick.
that ASAP.
Damn.
No, that's true. ASAP.
Damn. OG.
ASAP. Well, definitely, I'm ready to listen to some
Whoa.
music, and we already on some political situations right now, conversation. So we're gonna play political first because I feel like it's meant to play that because this is what we're talking about. So
Let's
here we
do it.
go. That's right, political in the house. Got a rap star,
It's your boy
Hurricane
Rap
Time.
Star, Rocket and Brasco Studios, New York bangers. What up?
Wait a minute, let's
Sam
turn
Gotti,
it
what
up.
up? Hit this. When they give you attitude, you give it right back. When they dig it for info, it's knowledge they lack. You don't know me, you don't know Jack. All of that political bullshit, y'all can kiss my black ass. Y'all can kiss my black ass. Black ass. Y'all can kiss my black ass. Open the chapters wrote from my ancestors. The oppressors would like to say that we came from lesser. You better, know better. Knowledge is sincerely yours, like the signature in a letter. America banning TikTok, that was a cheap shot. They got the same amount of spies as US got. Oh, here's the thought: America better start producing shit. It comes from China, everything that we bought. All the AI shit, that shit get kicked. Rock Drake already trying to replace Snoop Dogg's voice box. I'm controversial cause I'm slick with my words. We live at a time where people fucking robots. Then unplug them bitches cause they got on their nerves. I'm so absurd, yes sir. Especially when people don't understand my metaphors. Hypocrisy and hip hop is up and popping. Treating this culture like they just hit the lottery. Not all of them make it, financial poverty. See, I'm a 90s baby, ain't nothing stopping me. About to be legally strapped, cuz you gotta be dope, need deep moms to rain havoc. I'm a prodigy. I let the blood swirl as I kick some knowledge. No matter if you thuggin' or you roll in college, east side till I die, but they feel me in Cali. With my music, they're earshot like a drunk rally. The rap game's in the chokehold, and guess who laid hands? Who's he? Yes, me, Hurricane Cam. From the east to the west, to the car, to the bar. Who they got bumping this rap to the store? The rap game's in the chokehold, and guess who laid hands? Who's he? Yes, me, Hurricane Cam. From the east to the west, to the car, to the bar. Who they got bumping this rap to the store? It's rap to the store. One time. Vote red, no. Vote blue, no. Your ballot's invalid. I'm letting the whole U.S. know. But you still took the stimulus though. Bitch, I'm black and indigenous. I'm just taking what's owed. Wrote some rhymes and went to the studio. Brass go hit record. Now I'm speaking on the microphone. Like watching old Christine with Julia Dreyfus. The flow is fucking crazy like Wanda Sykes. Boxy style, cause I'm bringing you the heat. Fresh up out the chambers, worse, ricocheting off the beat. This is the first time introducing my alter ego. Say what's up, Hurricane. Yo, what's up, home? The rap game's in the chokehold, and guess who laid hands? Who's he? Yes, me, Hurricane Cam. From the east to the west, to the car, to the bar. Who they got bumping this rap to the store? The rap game's in the chokehold, and guess who laid hands? Who's he? Yes, me, Hurricane Cam. From the east to the west, to the car, to the bar. Who they got bumping this rap to the store?
That part. So give us a back story on that political.
Just it's just me, just touching on some things, to get people's mind open. It was something that I wanted to fill in for my '90s baby album. So I wanted to talk about little current, little things. So I was talking about certain things that I encountered, or not encountered, but like found on the internet, little certain things, like when I was talking about people having sex with dolls and everything. And it's like, I remember I have a podcast too, and I was talking about a situation where there was a news article that was talking about people who are now engaging in relationships with robots. So if you would have like um a sex doll, but a sex doll who's actually performing like a real person, you know.
Let's talk about having sex with animals, honey. It's more than dolls. They having sex with animals.
I
They
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
See,
yeah, that's
they
crazy. Now, I can
they've
see
been
the dog. The doll is fine, but when it comes down to animals, tell me about that one. Like that
yo,
is
I
crazy.
what's funny? What's funny? I don't know if y'all remember. Do you remember the old Skittles commercial?
Tell us
It
about
had my dad used to crack up at this shit all the time. So it was a Skittles commercial, and it was how how they said that they have like the Skittles taste, and they might have like a it was no, it was either Starburst. I think it was Starburst, more Starburst. But I think
it.
it was like a flavor that contradicts itself. Like they put two flavors together
Mm-hmm.
and something like that. So one of the commercials had two sheep boys. And when I mean sheep boys, they had the body of a sheep, but the head of a person. And they're two
Yes,
talking back and forth and everything like that. And the farmer goes and he says, "Hey, you two sheep boys, get back to work." My dad said when they aired that shit, he never heard or never seen that show again because they took it off the air because people really fucking sheep out there. You know,
yes,
so like
yes.
I see, like I was like, yo, but people been doing that. Those kind of people, they've been doing that. That's not really something that's crazy. But what's crazy to me is how
Mm.
when you have people who literally will reject having a relationship with an actual person to have a relationship with a fake person. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That's a That's a mental illness. What they got over there with the animals, that's just some sick shit. You just nasty. Like that's
Yeah,
nasty work. But when you actually say, you know what, I would rather deal with a robot than an actual person, because when you get mad, you can unplug them bitches.
I am mad. This is crazy.
Like,
No, for
yo,
real.
get, you know what? That's a whole. How do you do that? If you marry a sex doll and y'all get a divorce and she says that it was domestic violence, would it, because you trying to unplug her batteries or something like that? Is that like attempted murder if you unplug a battery or something like that?
You
What you
crazy.
stupid?
No,
I would. Hey,
no, it might be
I,
domestic.
yeah.
It might be domestic because you did unplug it. So that's the end of that dog's
Oh
life.
I
Lord.
mean, be like, you could be like, yo,
If
yo,
you
your
can't
honor,
be, you can't be.
yo, your honor, she came like that when I got her, son. No, I want a
I,
recall. No, I want a recall, son. When I got her, her screws was loose when I got her, man. Nah, man, I ain't do that. I ain't do that. I want a refund.
I wish.
That's
Hey,
I want a
I, I,
refund.
I
uh,
wish I had Ron. You remember the wrestler Ron Simmons in front of he said, "Damn." I wish I could say, "Damn." Man, be what?
hey,
This is the type of world that we live in, people. People
yes,
is out
I
here messing with
What?
robots, man. Like, so
yeah.
what would you call that? Like, if you
How would they
accidentally
make the
start,
noise? I want to know how would they make any kind of noise when
imagine
No.
if they made a law. Imagine if they made a law, you cannot have sex with any robots. It's a felony.
it
all
is?
you guys,
Hey,
all you guys that is messing with the vacuum cleaner hose, that's crazy.
I don't be
Crazy.
like I
hey,
don't be understanding.
That's an automatic 5 years right there.
I don't understand. I don't understand how you can do it. I don't even know. I want to. I really. I'd be interested
this,
in to see something like this
this,
because I feel like how can you even do something like that with a robot or a doll? Like I'm just my
I
mind
mean,
is.
I guess they. I mean, we could always assume that, but it'd be like
I don't
just
know, but
simple.
how? And it's a
It'd
metal
be like
piece,
simple.
though. It's metal. It's metal and plastic. So how
It'd
can
be
you
it'd
even
be
like?
it'd be simple shit because they said that they can actually have the robots have like human emotions. So if you come in late, your robot goes, "You're about 2.2 seconds late. From your normal time that you came in. What were you doing?" You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's like, yo, like, what do you say when you go to a dinner party and she's being salty all night, and you be like, "Yo, what's wrong with your wife?" "Oh, she's short circuiting tonight, man. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with her, man." Like, yo,
I'm
like
mad.
seriously, yo,
hey,
like,
man.
yo.
That's psycho.
But let me ask you this: what if she malfunctions when you eat? Boy,
Will she
All
malfunction
you
and beat you up in your
what
sleep?
happens then? Because if you
Man,
in the
that you
action,
came in late.
I guess you
I
would have to get a
don't
tune up.
know.
You got to get a tune up or something like that. Call Geek
Hey,
Squad or something like that. I think
cause
that would be like the I hope. What insurance? What if insurance can cover that? Can insurance cover that? Is that a warrant, like a
oh,
warranty? Like,
Hey,
do the warranty
oh.
come with like
yeah,
maintenance,
that's
upkeep, and
so. I
everything
think
like that? Like,
how much money you put on it or you bought it for. I think it should come with a warranty. Any malfunction can
She better come with something.
you never
That
know.
was like
She might
that.
change
Hey,
it
that
out.
what was it? Was it like? What was it like? What's Rocky Five? Rocky Four when he
yeah,
fought Drago
yeah.
and Paulie had the little shouty, the little yeah. that part. That
Mm-mm.
I
part.
mean,
Well,
yeah.
If you
It's just.
remember anything about Rocky Four when he fought the
Uh
Ivan Drago
huh.
and
Like,
he had the
it's just
autumn.
things. It's just things. The things that we talk about right now. These are things that I'm like. things that you would talk around, like this is stuff that Eminem would be talking about in the early 2000s if that was like the big thing going on, the things that he'd be joking about and
Right.
everything, and then certain things in a bar, in different bars that I have in my song, like the one that I actually have a double meaning in. So there's one that I have and it says, like watching old Christine with Julia Dreyfus, the flow is fucking crazy like Wanda Sykes, huh? So if you actually
Whoa.
remember back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
around the 2000s, there was a show called Old Christine.
Yeah.
Old Christine was played by Julia Dreyfus. That's the same woman who played Elaine in the Seinfeld show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her co-host, who was like the supporting role, was comedian Wanda Sykes.
Mm-hmm.
So put a pin in that, right? If you remember the show Frasier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there was an episode where when Frasier's brother Niles, he was married to Daphne, the English chick, who was taking care of their father. As the relationship process, there was an episode where she ended up finding a folder on a patient that he has. If you don't know that he was a therapist, a psychologist, just like Frasier. And he would see patients. So there was a patient in the folder that said that she fell in love with him. And that little thing is called transference. So when you ended up going and somebody ends up falling in love with somebody because they're showing empathy, that's called transference, because they're mistaking your empathy, even though it's a professional setting, they're controlling. Like, it's like you falling in love with the ambulance because they pick your ass up off the floor type shit. You know what I'm saying? You help me up off the ground. I love you forever, man.
Yeah.
Like it's like that. So within those bars, I say like old Christine, like watching old Christine with Julia Dreyfus. The flow is fucking crazy, like Wanda Sykes. So when I say Wanda Sykes, imagine a psychiatrist having sex with their patients. One who does Sykes. One who does
Mm-hmm.
Sykes. Wanda Sykes. One who does Sykes. Wanda Sykes. It's part of a double-ended bar. So when I say like watching Christine with Julia Dreyfus, the flow is fucking crazy like Wanda Sykes. You're making it seem like, oh, he's saying the flow is crazy like Wanda Sykes because she's funny as shit. That's fucking dope. But not understanding, I'm also saying like a person who does Sykes, who goes to professional settings and go to therapists, fall in love with the said therapist, and now he's, having sex with a crazy person. He's, therapist. One who does Sykes, one does Sykes. That's the little Eminem thing that comes in me when I write bars like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Okay. Well, we're not horny at all, y'all, on this.
No,
On
no, we ain't
this
going to
subject.
No, no.
So we
no,
giving y'all some little cooling about what's going on. So I just want to
I know they
it's
gonna
not
be
a
like,
horny up here thing.
see,
So
see, see.
this
That's what.
see,
special educational view today. Y'all get
Keep. So
no, it's
it's just like, but it's just like with that song, I have bars. Like I just have bars for days. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy making that record. That's actually the second record that I actually have that's produced by New York Bangers. Shout out to New York Bangers LLC. They're also the same producers who made my other song 1990ish, and that's a classic. Oh my god, if you like that one, this is like some real hip hop, like yo, I'm telling you, this is like some Hot 97 type stuff right here.
Well, we're gonna get on some hot 1990-ish right here.
Yeah.
Here we
All right.
go. Like
Yeah, it's Rap Star, East Side, Pittsburgh. Established February 7th, 1991. It's such a beautiful danger. Yeah. 1990-ish. It's fucking crazy, dealing with a slum lord. Kitchen counter following why I move out the slums for. This is the suburbs, why I see the subfloor. I'm a humble kids that don't wanna live here no more. Let me wanna kick in the door, cause I ain't paying rent. Don't judge you niggas live with mom watching it get dick. It's been like this for years since you was a kid. Head pulls bagging enough to get your own crib. I see you bobbing and weaving, balls. Hey, you open your mouth like I just like you leaking. Nothing light about this MC. I'm a roughneck, I'm a fucking masterpiece. You just a rough sketch, man. What the fuck is wrong with hip hop? Rob's the dance, not the saturation of a woman's crotch. But that's cool, that's alright. Now hoes literally serious can rock the mic. It's rap to the store, rockin' a blue Tango. Puerto Rican pendant on the chain, watch a dango. New York bangers just made another hit. It's rap to the store on my 1990-ish. On my 1990-ish. On my 1990-ish. On my 1990. It's rap to the store on my 1990-ish. Peep this, can you follow my linguistics? Break your fast, won't hesitate to hit a bis quick. Fly, I defy the rules of gravity. Wapo, hearts pump out the chest cavity. Flows like 151 mixed with Everclear, but equal bass. Fucked up like Corona, yeah. On the mic and get busy. Leave the game and then tizzy. Whole career on stay put. Kizzy, I know when I'm gone, you going to miss me as fucking with my level of degree. History, learn from aftermath, all this Cal University. Part my French, but I get peeve at these weak MCs. Come out fine after snitching. Even lesbians ain't fucking with 6'9" position. And I'm proof, hip-hop ain't a liar. Spirits of my ancestors is my only ghostwriter.
All right, so give us a backstory on the 1990-ish.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Okay. So I just shout out to New York Bangers. Again, this was the first record that I actually recorded with him. And when I first heard the beat, this is where I was talking about when you have like the beat where you hear the beat and you automatically are gravitated towards it. So when you gravitated towards it, it pulls you in. And as soon as I heard that beat, I automatically wanted it. I was like, I need to have it. I gotta have it. And I bought it, and it was easy. As soon as the pen hit the paper, I was flowing with it. And actually, the hook of 1990 is actually a part of another verse that I did somewhere else. And I put that together as I was chanting it, and I was like, oh, this would be ill. So that's how I came up with the hook for that. And they got bars for days right in that joint, too.
Yeah, I love the instrumental background on it too as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that was kind of cool because I feel like you can do different songs on that instrumental too as well.
Oh yeah, most def.
Mhm.
You see, that's what I like about like certain songs because like you don't just have to go straight bars. You know what I'm saying? You can fill in the
Mm-hmm.
melodies. You can do so
Mm-hmm.
many different things. Um, when you go and you're writing a song, and I remember when I first started recording records, I used to do like freestyles on other rappers, beats and everything like that. I remember I
Mhm.
was freestyling and wrote a record to Rihanna's Rude Boy, and I
Cool.
turned it into Spring Break.
Okay.
Um I had, what was it? A couple of Lady Gaga's like earlier joints that I remixed and everything like that. And I remember my homie told me, he said, why do you keep doing these, girl records? And I said, bro, anybody can rap off of a straight hip hop record, bro. I said, but when you have these artists who are females and they sing and they do you know within the instrumentals how many melodies that you can flip?
Yeah.
I
That's
was like,
true.
yo, I said it ain't always about just spitting bars. You can I learned that from 50. How to do the melodic bars and everything like that. Like you could listen to a record. How many songs have you heard from like early on? And when you listen to records, you would have the bridge, you would have the breakdown, and there would be little choruses that's built inside of the song that's not the main chorus but has the same energy like it's the chorus. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, um what's that song? The music, please don't stop the music. And you
Mm-hmm.
got Mama said, Mama said, Mama said that Michael Jackson sample.
Yeah.
That's a part of the beat, but it's also a call out hook. It's not the main hook. It's not please don't stop the mute. So it's like different melodic tones that you got to do aside from spitting the real and spitting the bars to actually make a song complete.
Well, definitely, I can say, sir, to my people.
Uh yo, let me tell you something, right? Funny, right? So this is produced by David Metropolis, and it's my first song recorded professionally, period. Actually, the release date was actually on my birthday. So every year on my birthday I have a record that comes out on my birthday, and that's that record, the anniversary of it, and that's Power to My People. And I made this record for the black, brown, and indigenous people, right?
Okay.
So I run errands for my grandfather, right? So I take care of my grandfather. My grandfather actually lived like literally 2 streets behind my job. So every day on my lunch, when I have like an hour lunch, I go to his house and I chop it up with him, talk to him, keep him company, do his errands, do his grocery shopping and everything. So there's this gas station that's like right up the block. So I go get his cigarettes, I go get his tea. And around the same time when I get it, there's like this young Russian guy who's the clerk, and he's
Mhm.
mad cool. And so I had a shirt that actually had my face on it. It had my album cover on it. And he couldn't believe it. He was astonished. So I told him I was a rapper. I was a hip hop artist. So he looked me up on Spotify. Every day that I come in and I see him, the first thing he say to me is "Power to my people" in a strong Russian accent. You feel what I'm saying? Every
Yes.
day I see him. So it's like I made this song for my people, but yet other people who is not a part of my family tree can also feel that same energy, even though I'm only referring to my people. But it's the fact that he felt that emotion. He said "power to my people." That's the first thing he says, and it invokes some type of spirit in a person when you say "power to my people." It's Black History Month, god damn it. You know, did you know that DAP was made like when people dap each other up? The DAP came from the Vietnam War when black soldiers was going out and they was fighting for the country. And what happened was, a DAP was a part of the Black Power movement. And when the Black Power movement was an uproar, it was burning up, it was building up. So you had black soldiers, of course, if you know, a lot of the Black Panthers were former, military men. So when they're out and fighting lines, they would use the face bump or the hand bump to acknowledge each other, acknowledge another black soldier, because not only that you going over Vietnam and fighting for your life on the other side, you also have white soldiers, white American soldiers shooting at you too. So when they did the fist bump, it's letting other black soldiers know, you know what, I see you, you see me. When I go out over there, you watch my back, and over there and everything like that. And everybody do the fist bump now when it came from, our people. You know what I'm saying? So this record is not only a testament to my heritage, but my people and everything, but also Black history and Black history that will continue to make as we progress on. You know what I'm saying?
Like everything that you have said has been meaningful for every song that you have made, and it's amazing.
Give me 1 sec. Hold on. Give me 1 sec.
Hi, Zai, how you doing?
It's real good if you believe the best shit to come. How are you?
Yeah, that part.
What's up, Sid?
Okay, sorry. My headphones went out. I can barely hear you. So I'm gonna have to go put these in real quick. Okay. Cool. Okay, what was you saying?
I said all your music means something, and it's very powerful. When you listen, I want to make sure I have the right to play. Definitely, all your music, it really does mean something, and it's something for the world to listen to.
Thank you.
Knowledgeable too as well. So you already know, always, always have that power if we feel like we do, and we know that we do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's meaningful for us to know that we are powerful in our own ways.
Right.
So definitely, here we go with
Power
power
to
to
my
my.
people. Yeah.
You know, I wanna make an anthem. Okay. Like, remember when rappers had anthems? Yeah, I remember. I wanna create or recreate that move. Okay. Something like, kick that shit. Power to my people, cause my people got power. Power to my people, cause my people got power. Power to my people, cause my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours. Roll call. Boricuas, morenos, nativos, los Chicano, Mexicano, o the Latinos. You know I do it for my black and brown hermanos. So let's shout it all the way to the Sao Paulo. Power to my people have power. Every other day we taking a hater shower. From the racist to hypocrites, the punk is cowards. We don't die, we multiply by the hour. Go ahead, do it again, pump your fist. It's time to show these what it is. So tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. Come in. They're straight the number, so let's handle biz. The revolution will be televised, eyes wide, no TV gas, first person narrative. The cameraman just right outside. Soldiers, all information marching in a perfect line. My people so extraordinary, so resilient. Divided in every sense, so brilliant. I ain't down with that fuck shit. You ain't down with that fuck shit. This make me wanna buck shit. Salute to the youth of now. Juries are fighting for that justice. No way you can touch this. No way you can hush this. Governments all corrupted. It's the R to the A to the P, SCA to the all times 2. I'm fighting for you and you. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours. All for one, or just one for all. Together we stand. Divided we fall. You ain't down with the cause, then go get your hike on. I'm Huey P. Newton with a Pittsburgh fitted on. Afro Boricua, I'm way strong. I'm Shasha Yemenis with a bulletproof vest on. This is for my hit day, the show, our better day. Strive for greatness, let nothing get in your way. Wanna buy some land, wanna buy an estate. This financial growth, homie, it starts today. We the blacks, we the reds, we the browns, say it we loud. world is ours. Power to my people, cause my people got power. Power to my people, cause my people got power. Power to my people, cause my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours.
All right. To our people, like he said. And
That shit
definitely
solid.
yes, it is. And
That's solid.
very solid. And I
Hmm.
I'm gonna be playing your music. Definitely I wanted to make sure I had your interview first and you give me the right to play your music.
Of
I
course,
definitely
of
put it
course.
on my network and play it with all the rest of my amazing artists that I had an interview with.
Mm,
Definitely got all are amazing and I love it.
thank
Um,
you, thank you.
definitely all the knowledge that's in your music. I love it. And that's the kind of music that I love to play because that's
Word.
giving is putting power out there in the world, for all of us to come together as one, as human race, to, regulate our world as we should, um, and to bring some peace to this world,
Hmm.
So definitely I am on
I,
that situation.
I,
I
I,
love
I, I I definitely hear that DMX up in there.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
You
That
know what?
energy.
You know
I
what?
heard that.
I had an opportunity to meet DMX like 2 years before he died. Shout out to my homie True Live. Um my man, he's going through it right now because my man, he's actually connected with Murder Inc. And
Oh yeah.
so him Irv dying like this, is affecting him, and it affected him even harder with with X when he passed, but he was connected to them. And he gave me an opportunity where X was actually in Pittsburgh. And the funny thing was, where I met X was at a club that was literally about, I don't know, about 2 blocks away from the Catholic school, one of the Catholic schools I used to go to as a kid. So
Mm,
when I met him there, um, I'm waiting for my homie to come to the club, and there's like about like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different Rough Rider people with quads up and down the street,
mm,
sitting there. All of a sudden, I see a black Suburban, and 4 Rough Rider guys came out. Following after him was DMX. I reached out with my hand to shake his hand, and there was like a blue and white motorcycle in between us. I extended my
mm.
hand. I said, "Yo, X, big fan." He goes, "Hey, yo, is that your bike?" And I was like, "Nah, man, that ain't my bike, man. That ain't my bike."
Oh.
He said, "I'm just saying, you wearing blue and white. The bike's blue and white. I just thought that was your bike, yo." And I was like, "Yo, that's DMX, son."
Yeah.
We go in, we go into the club. We go into the club. I'm right behind him. I'm right in front of him, and I turn around. I say, "Yo, X, is it possible you and I can get a picture?" And he said, "You the man from outside, right? All right, yeah, yeah, yeah." So like it was an amazing feeling to,
Wow.
like I was a kid, you know, when Aaliyah died. You know, when
Yeah.
I was a kid, I promised myself I was gonna marry Aaliyah. Like that was my girl right there. And being that my mom worked for the radio station, she was actually the one who presented me the news that she died. And she
Mhm.
gave me the printout of the paper, and I read it, and I really like broke down crying. So like imagine me watching Romeo Must Die, or
Mm,
watching Cradle to the Grave,
Mhm.
watching all of this stuff, being involved and being influenced by all of these artists that came, before me,
Mhm.
and them not being here no more.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, that you
got to be a part of something. Even if they meet millions of fans around the world, the fact that I met you, because if it wasn't for you and the things that you put into the music business, maybe I wouldn't be here because I wouldn't see you if you wasn't around. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I always give homage. I always pay homage. I met KRS-One. KRS-One is the favorite rapper to one of my favorite rappers, 50 Cent. 50 Cent continuously said before that KRS-One is his favorite rapper. How do you feel meeting your favorite rapper's favorite rapper?
So let me
Right.
ask you this: would you consider yourself a mainstream artist, or you just
Nah,
independent?
I'm independent, but I don't really like to mainstream artists. I'm not really mainstream because I'm not really on no major label, but I am everywhere like Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, Shazam, all of them. I'm everywhere like that. I'm hip hop. I'm just hip hop. That's me. I feel like this is just my opinion, but I feel like because of the music climate, we have too many different people not sticking to just one lane because everybody want to do everything. Like all the singers want to be rappers. All the rappers want to be singers. And it's like it's cool if you could do both, but goddamn, can I just listen to a rapper that actually can rap, and a singer who can actually sing? Like we got too many Drakes out here. We got too many Chris Browns out here. Like you ain't nothing unique about you singing and rapping if every other motherfucker's rapping and singing. Like, come on, son. Like, well, I like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, like, can I just listen to a classic record from an R&B record? Whatever happened to R&B records anymore? Nobody
Mm.
in R&B is actually singing. It's more hip hop. It's just more of a blend between hip hop and R&B, and it's whatever. Rather, if it's hip hop and R&B, R&B and trap. R&B is still the same kind of movement. Nobody's singing no more. Like I was just listening to freaking In Vogue and Brownstone the other day. Like, yo, whatever happened to them niggas? Like,
Wow.
yo,
That nigga said
We gotta
brownstone.
bring it back. It starts from y'all. Like
but
we
you,
Cook.
gotta bring it back. We gotta
but
bring
you
it
know,
back.
but
And
it
I have
also
said that for so long. Like
right.
it's so much that's
Mm.
going on out here. And the music that we're listening to, we're playing for you guys. It's just like I want some good music, and I do not want to hear any intro that's covering your voice because it's
Mhm,
covering your voice. That means you're not doing your job of processing yourself to when you do get on stage and you don't have no instrumental, you don't have anything. Can you get up there? Can you sound like your music that's on your record? That's what I
mhm,
want.
That's
right.
I
true.
want to hear the music. I want to hear your words clearly. I don't want to hear no intro that's covering it up, that's
Mhm,
making
True.
you sound better than what you're gonna sound like when you're on stage. That's not where I
Mm-hmm.
want to. That's why I don't go to concerts because of that reason.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear our original voice, and you can't sing your song, rap your song, however that it's supposed to sound like, instead of having an intro covering your voice because it's not sounding like you.
right.
You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. Why make music to cover your voice? You
But you know
trying to
what
let people know who you are.
we see all of that because like there's like if you ever go on like TikTok or Instagram, Timberland, he does live videos and he actually plays like independent artists and he gives them
Really?
Yeah.
feedbacks and everything like that. And a lot of the rappers that come on use auto tune. And the
Yes.
first thing he says, if you have auto tune on your joint, he turns it
Turn
off
it
automatic.
off.
He turns it off automatically because he says, "How can I know what your voice sound like if you singing auto tune? I don't know what your voice sound like you singing or you rapping if you covering it with auto tune. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's like everybody's freaking robots now. It's like everybody they're
Mm-hmm.
just following a trend. You know, a
Yeah.
lot of
Uh-huh.
artists, I think a lot of artists is scared to go out that bubble to actually be who they are because a lot of people, if you like, think about it, today's hip hop. I remember my mom asked me if I would ever get dreads, and I said no. I said I would love to, but at the same time, if I walk down the street and I go to the hood and I'm seeing 16 niggas wearing locks at the same time, I'm probably not going to do it because I just don't want to look like everybody else. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Locks is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hairstyle from our people that traces back thousands and thousands of years ago, you know. And but it's like in this climate, like when everybody else was wearing Nikes, like Felines and everything like that, I was rocking Timberlands. Well, everybody was rocking polo. I was rocking, you know, urban wear. You know, while everybody was doing I just don't want to be a part of the crowd. I said I'll get braids and everything like that. I said I'll get my young buck on, not in that way, but you know, as far as the braids go. But I was like, you know, I'll try something new. But when I see everybody look like Migos, everybody look like Migos.
Bingo. Oh,
I
man.
used to get clown. I used to get clown when I was a teen for looking like a lost G Unit member with the
Mm.
do rag, with the fitted, with the G Unit beaters, with the big chains. Like I look like Brian Pumper. You know what I'm saying? But those same people who used to clown me about me looking like a G Unit member, they all of them look like Lost Migo members now. All of them got, you know, the same skinny jeans. They wearing the skinny jeans, the face tattoos. Like I'd be like, yo, I don't. That's a contradiction, son.
Yeah.
Like all y'all look the same, but y'all got mad at me. I was like, yo, if I shave my head bald and put a do rag on it, be Tupac. You know, is everybody gonna follow that trend, or is that gonna be
Mike
dead?
Jones. You look like Mike Jones a little bit.
Mike Jones.
Yes.
I never.
Yes. You
That's funny.
do.
I never heard that. I got Lloyd Banks. I got
Okay.
I got Lloyd Banks before all the time, and now, like I said, people's calling me Brown Pumper now because he looks like a bulky Lloyd Banks. And the weird thing about it is other men calling me this. Like I don't have females coming to me saying you look like a porn star. It's guys coming to me saying I look like a porn star, and it's
No.
weird to me. It's weird to me because I'm like, yo, like there's no reason at 10 o'clock at night, all of us waiting to get on a bus to go to fuck home after work. There's no reason why you should be in my face asking me or telling me I look like a porn star, and then you
Oh,
Google the motherfucker and then show people at the bus stop that I look like this nigga. There's no reason why you need to be doing that at 10 p.m. at night, son.
That
Absolutely
is
no
great.
fucking reason.
well,
No
you
reason.
definitely have some similar features like Mike Jones. You look like a thicker Mike Jones. Okay, how about that? But and Mike Jones ain't ugly. He's not ugly at all. But you just have some kind of features. You do look like him from like what a beard is now, because you know he has a beard now.
I
So
didn't know that. Shout out to Mike
yeah,
Jones though.
yeah, definitely. But you do look like him a little bit.
I appreciate
That
that.
is great.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Um. Definitely. We have King's Eye down there. How are you today? And you came in late.
It's
Yeah, I'm
going.
putting
It
you.
gets greater later. You believe the best is yet to come.
Yeah, lateness.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
Carolyn,
Well, definitely, we've been on here for almost 2 hours, and it was a very knowledgeable and uh greatness of a lot of good music too, as well.
I can't wait
And
to double back and listen to it.
yeah, you can double back and look at it when we get off of here.
Yeah. Shout out to all our fans. I missed y'all. I'm an A&R, actor, podcaster, content creator. I partner with a brand called Genuine Vibes Only. If you're not genuine, stay from around me.
Mhm. That part. Is you genuine?
Of course I am. Is that a trick question?
I don't know. Maybe.
How dare you?
It's always quick. You know, questions I
It's
ask.
because
I can say,
it's because we live in a generation where we going and we going to these fast food restaurants, you know, and getting hamburgers and realizing the hamburgers that they serving aren't actually hamburgers. That's the why we kind of like not really,
yeah,
you
that
know,
part.
we
And I
kind of
don't even eat
suspect,
meat, so you
you
won't
know.
catch me in nobody's store getting nobody's hamburger.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Impossible Burger, soybean or something, but yeah, I don't eat
Or
deaf
plant
burgers.
based?
It's plant based all day long. Yeah,
you
I'm
know
one
what's
of
you know what's crazy to me, and I'm not even just saying that because like I'm smoking a blunt, but I had this idea. Why is it so normalized for humans to go and drink the milk of another animal's breast?
Thank you. I'm
It's
glad
a
you said
different
something.
species. It's a different species. So
Yeah.
we get people who are squeamish when they see women, you know, women out there, you know, who are mothers and they breastfeed, and people will raise hell about that. But the milk that you drink came from another animal's breast. Why is
Mhm.
that normalized? Why is that cool? Ain't that crazy, son?
Yes, because the last time I really that's why I don't like milk because I had to drink milk from a cow and it was so gross. It was so nasty. And I thought about it and I'm like, I am drinking something from another human being and they are human beings. Uh,
Mhm.
I don't care what nobody say. They're human beings. They
Wait a
work for
minute.
they walk in
You wait. You you didn't drink milk straight out the tap, did you?
no.
Okay. And you know what I mean by the tap, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
no.
Okay.
No.
Okay. That would have been a very horrible experience. I would have felt so sorry for you. I would have been like, damn,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's a traumatic thing right there.
It was traumatic.
Mm.
It was because it wasn't sterilized or nothing. It just came right out the thing, and we drunk it. Like we went on a field trip. You know how you go on a field trip when you go on a farm trip. That's what we did, and they made us milk the cow, and they made us taste it. It was so gross, and I have not liked the milk ever since. And now that I'm lactose.
I'm lactose intolerant too. That's crazy. That's crazy. You don't understand. I be feeling so bad. I'll go food shopping and I'm walking down the cereal aisle and I see my favorite cereal,
Can't
Cinnamon
even
Toast
eat it.
Crunch, and I
Can't
can't
I
even
mean,
even
they,
touch it.
they got lactose intolerant milk.
Even the milk fucks with me
yeah,
too, because my mom put me on
yeah.
the almond milk. My mom put me on the almond milk, and I was drinking
Mhm.
almond milk for a while, but that started fucking with me too. But I
Yeah.
started doing research, and for real, humans aren't really adult humans specifically aren't really supposed to consume cow milk anyway. It's only
Mhm.
up to like when we're an infant to a certain age where our body allows us to break it down. So if you drink milk and your normal body is to reject it, that's why. It's not
Mhm.
really normal to accept milk like that when you're older. So,
Mhm.
you know, I think that's the crazy thing. Me and my granddad, we talk about this all the time about food that he had back. He's like 87 years old. So he's telling me he could have had the same meal back then. And the taste that he had back then is not the same taste that it is now.
Yeah.
Everything has changed, like in the ingredients. Like when I was a kid, my favorite little snack cake was the little dibby snack rolls. In the 90s, they was 25 cents. You got two in a pack. You felt
Yeah,
rich
the
if you
Swiss
had a
roll.
dollar because you had four. Like that shit was crazy, son.
Mhm.
So
Right.
you get that same snack cake now. The price has changed because it's no longer 25 cents now for one pack. It's like 75 cents, and they're bigger than the original size back then. But when you taste it, it don't taste like it did back
Yeah.
then. Like back then, they don't got that rich taste. They change
Well, at
stuff
least
all
I
the
can say
time.
those
Like
honey buns still taste the same.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. And
Yeah.
for some reason, the little Debbie snack cakes those days taste like a lot better than it did now. Like I don't know what's going on, but the only thing that hasn't changed for real is um what do you call them? The cinnamon rolls, the cinnamon buns.
Yeah.
Um, I love them cinnamon
The,
buns, like those. Yeah, yeah.
even
That's why I was
yeah,
mentioning earlier when he said Pillsbury Doughboy. I was like, yo, I want a cinnamon roll right now.
it's a lot of people every time he get on here, they talking about they hungry. Not
Man.
but y'all already know it's time to get up out of here. And I want to thank you very much for coming on here and giving us some knowledge and definitely giving us some history. It's very good um, that we knew what you was talking about. Latinos are not, you know, Puerto
Mhm.
Rican and all that good stuff because I did not know that. So that was very
Yes.
educational for me to know that, so I won't be getting y'all mixed up with the Native American people.
No, here's the thing. We are Native American people. We're mixed. We're mixed race. Just like African Americans is a mixed race. There's no such thing as 100% African American because every African American has different roots. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans, everybody from the South Americas to the Central Americas to the Caribbean are Native American first. Then,
Mhm.
when the Europeans came, Spanish, the French, and everything, they brought African captives, brought them there, and they made it. All three has made it. So when we talk about the black diaspora, I'm including Puerto Ricans in that, Cubans, Dominicans, all the black race that are just mixed up. We just been colonized by different people. That's it.
Right. Yeah, because I've been saying Latino for a while,
Hmm.
so no. But I thank you very much for coming on the show.
Of
Um,
course.
and amazing interview, and I'm definitely gonna play your music. And yes, and it was a blessing to meet you
Thank you.
face to face now. I can
Hmm.
put a face on the picture now.
Yes, you can. Yes, you
Yeah.
can.
So anytime, you can get in touch with me, even your manager too as well.
Got you.
Um, y'all can contact me when you get another release of your music, and
Word.
definitely we can play it and we can have another interview. I love
Of
to see
course.
all the good endeavors of people that comes on the show, and when they leave the show, how do they progress
Hmm.
Yeah.
afterwards?
Oh, yeah, no
Definitely,
doubt.
I love it, and it's amazing. Everybody I have came across, they're doing their thing now, and I am just like a proud mommy, like just to have intervene with you guys on
Hmm.
y'all endeavors and y'all careers, where y'all gonna go. So
Right.
definitely keep up the amazing work and keep on making some amazing music, educational, knowledgeable music.
Thank
Uh,
you. Thank you.
put it out there in the atmosphere. So definitely you can let everybody know who you are again, where you're from, and where they can reach you.
Yeah, it's your boy Rap Star, aka Hurricane Cam. It's Rap to the Star. Shout out to Bev Bush, Beautiful Danger Entertainment, my manager in the label that I'm on. You can find me everywhere. Spotify, YouTube, iHeart, iRadio, Pandora, Shazam, any music network out there you can find me on. I'm actually going to be in a TV show too. It's going to appear on Tubi. It's called One Mic. It got real big names on it, like I don't know, Joel Santana, Blueface, Crip Mac, Onyx. You know, I'm all in that same little element. You can
Okay.
find me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm also a hip hop model, so I do modeling for not only myself but the uplift the black and brown community. So there's certain clothes that I wear and I uplift hip hop, and everything. So you can follow me both the same name. It's Rap to the Star. So it starts off with a ITSRAP, the number two THESTARR. It's Rap to the Star. and you can see exclusive videos that I have, unreleased joints and everything. So that's where it's called. Also got an EPK, bandzoogle.com/rapstar, RAPSTARR. Also my YouTube, it's Rap to the Star Music. My Facebook fan page, Rapstar, aka Hurricane Cam. And that's it right now. I think I named everything.
All right, I can't wait to the movie. You gotta let us know about the movie.
I got
You
you.
ain't, yeah, definitely. You gotta come back on here because I gotta see this.
No
I
doubt.
didn't know that either. So
Uh-huh.
definitely, I'm glad you said it. So definitely, I'm about to really be nosy and see what's
Mhm.
going on that part.
You better know it.
And Zai, would you
When,
like to go
when,
ahead? Huh?
well, sure, I would.
Thank
Thank you
you.
to Regina for allowing these amazing people to come on our platform and
Yeah,
showcase our
shout
talent.
out to Regina. Shout out to Regina. Word.
Thank you.
Word.
Yeah, amazing.
Shout out to you, Rapstar, for taking the invitation to come out and vibe with us. We
I
appreciate it.
appreciate it. I appreciate
Make
you.
sure you
I
keep us
appreciate it.
updated. Matter of fact, I want to collab because I want to get in one of these movies that you in.
Oh,
Mhm.
I got you. I got you. No doubt. No doubt.
Shout out to all our fans for coming to rock with us, vibe with us, chill with us, in y'all everyday life, which y'all ain't got to do, but y'all do it. We ain't got to go home, but we got to get the hell up off of here. Again, be you, be
Mm-hmm.
true, be positive. I'm not telling you not to have a voice, just know when to use it. Not everything
Mm-hmm.
in life deserves a response. You're more than enough. Hashtag stay muted. We love y'all and we out. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ZABBY. Dream West, launch up on yourself. See it? Yeah. How them want the GTR, see them for Boston, Guyana. And them now play the you them song. See it? So you ask them what to go on. Give them it hard. To make them know man they are from far. Real happiness man they are not no fraud. Play GT man them song. What is that? Give them it hard. To make them know man they are from land. Real happiness man they are not no fraud. Play G West them record. Alright. Me and the you them me hard a walk out. Man ninja cause the bill and done book out. Now me go know the bad mind and show out. The view on GPL living up in me blackout. That be pictures every